Vipassana is a technique which consists of sitting down, closing your eyes, and observing your breathing. Breathing must be natural, and you simply have to observe it. That is it. You do not have to do anything else. You will sit and watch your breath with your eyes closed. This is the last video on Vipassana meditation. This technique is what has made possible for the greatest number of people to become enlightened. A technique cannot make you enlightened, but it can set the stage for that to happen. This technique was born in India and then arrived in Japan. The Buddhist monks fleeing from India, where they were persecuted by the Hindus, spread Buddhism throughout Asia. Part of the Buddhist monks headed north to China, hence the birth of Mahayana Buddhism. It has those time before the arrival of Buddhism in China. The Chinese religion was Taoism. The founder of Taoism was Lao Tzu. The encounter between the two cultures laid the foundation for the birth of Japanese Zen. Another part of Buddhist monks who fled from India headed east to Burma and later to Thailand, hence the birth of Theravada Buddhism. Indian Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, Theravada Buddhism, and Zen have very little in common. Indeed, in many circumstances, they seem opposite to each other. For example, the monks of India Buddhism and Mahayana Buddhism are vegetarians, while the Theravada monks eat everything. Today, Indian Buddhism has completely disappeared. Just think that the place where Gautama the Buddha attained enlightenment is located in the center of a Muslim city, Bodh Gaya. The temple that has arisen around this place where Gautama achieved enlightenment is a Hindu temple. By this, the speaker means that the priests who look after the temple are Hindu. All donations to the temple end up in the hands of Hindu priests. Life is truly ironic. Gautama's teaching was based on freedom from the concept of God and freedom from the Hindu priests, the Brahmins. Today, all donations to the temple pass throughout the hands of the Brahmins, who place God at the center of their teaching. The transformation from Indian Buddhism to Zen is not something that has just happened outwardly, but it is something that happened to every meditator inwardly. Whether he is aware of it or not, it makes no difference. What the speaker tried to explain with some difficulty is that this transformation will also happen within you. Vipassana is the beginning and Zazen meditation is the end. Zazen meditation is practiced by Zen monks. This transformation happens automatically. You have only to worry about observing your breathing and everything else will happen by itself. Explain what Zazen is not possible, but an anecdote can be used. Sitting quietly, doing nothing, spring arrives and the grass grows by itself. This anecdote can only be fully understood when you experience it within yourself. This situation has led to a lot of confusion. Buddhist monks fail to grow spiritually because they get completely stuck in the first part of the technique, while Zen monks are unable to grow because instead of starting from the beginning of the technique, they start from the end. This means that Zen monks do not practice any technique from the very beginning of their initialization. Theravada Buddhist monks try to climb a ladder without ever leaving the first step, while Zen monks want to climb the same ladder starting with the last step, and that is not possible. This is why both religions died. A religion defines itself as dead when the spiritual way cannot generate enlightened people. Remain an observer. Do not worry about what the speaker says. You will see this change within you. It will initially require a lot of effort on your part to practice Vipassana, but if you continue with practice and discipline, observation will require no effort. The observation will have gone so deep within you that you just need to sit down and close your eyes for you to start observing. It will no longer be an action, but an non-action. At this time, you will have entered the world of Zen, and you will be practicing Zazen. It is not possible to practice Zazen, but it is something that happens by itself. The speaker uses the term practice Zazen because this is the only way to express a concept. But the speaker repeats, you cannot practice Zazen, but it is something that happens. It is possible to practice Vipassana, but it is not possible to practice Zazen. To practice Zazen, you do not have to exist. If you do not exist, how can you practice something? The speaker shared his experience with you in these 14 Vipassana videos, but the experience he shared with you is not about his experience of him right now, but he shared with you what happened to him in 20 years of practice. So he shared a memory with you. This memory he shared with you. But the one who shares the experience is not the same person who had the experience. So this sharing is not exact. What the speaker says, he is sharing with you his understanding of today, not his understanding of when he started to practice. It is as if he has shared another person's experience with you. In a sense, what the speaker is today and what the speaker was at the beginning of his journey are two completely different people. In another sense, he is the same person. This is to make you understand the difficulty of explaining something without anyone asking questions. Meditation is something subjective and not objective. There is no single way to enlightenment, but there are many. Every meditator must find its own way. It is said that the way is the goal. Everyone has to find their own way. What the speaker could do is just share a few things with you, but everything is in your hands. If you have any question or concerns, you can send a video to the speaker. In this way, you will have something to talk about, subjectively and not objectively. The speaker prefers a video to a written question, because the answers vary depending on who asks the question. In spirituality, the question is not important, but the one who asks the question is important. In spirituality, the same question can have different answers depending on the person asking it. In the answer, the speaker does not try to tell the truth, but try to say what can be useful to the person who asked the question. Gautama the Buddha was asked to define what the truth is. His answer was, the truth is what can help the one who asks the question to grow spiritually. So what Gautama says is not the truth, but he speaks exclusively to help his disciples to reach the same psychological state in which he is. If you are looking for the truth in the sacred scripture, you are wrong. There is no truth in the scripture, but you will find only what is useful to grow psychologically. The only truth is inner silence. There is no other truth. For this reason, the speaker at the beginning of the video and at the end remains silent for a minute. The message is silent. What is said in the middle is just noise. This noise is only necessary for people who cannot understand silence. Thank you for listening.